Storytelling can be a very difficult thing if you don't have the correct essentials to create and produce a well thought out story, and even possibly a series if you want to add on more content and characters. What's up, everyone? My name is KJ, and I'm here to tell you guys my 5 key tips and tricks to having an awesome, well balanced story and characters. Alright, the first key thing you want in a story is a decent backstory for the characters. You can have a multitude of characters, any that are completely necessary to the overall story, but you want some key factors that really chime in on who this character is, where they come from, and where they're trying to go into the later future of the story. So you want a decent backstory for something to start off with. This is where you make the ground base for this character. Maybe this character has been through some hard times. Maybe their parents have died. Maybe they've been through something very traumatic that makes them the person they are now. And maybe it will influence what they're going to become later on in the story. So having a decent backstory for each character, that includes both the antagonist and even some side characters, will be really great in the long run for the story, and even for the main character who wants to become that awesome hero later on. Alright, one thing you really want is some awesome and bomb character traits. Now, there are a multitude of character traits, even ranging towards emotion, and even some things about them that are very personal with other people in the real world. So having some bomb character traits, such as being very athletic, being, very emotional, or just always having a crazy memory, like they can remember back to where they were born and what exactly happened, will be an awesome character trait. See, even some relatable things like, oh, maybe this character just doesn't want to be bothered and he doesn't really want to be part of the story. But having a great character trait within each character can really bring out the best in every character. And we move on to number 3. Now, this one is kind of hard, but many people try their best to really grasp this one. And this one is having a relatable antagonist. Now, the difference between a protagonist and an antagonist is simple. The protagonist is the hero, while the antagonist is the villain. Now, having a relatable antagonist is kind of hard, but pretty simple. If they're so bad, what makes them so bad? Is it something they've been through, just as bad as the protagonist? Or maybe it's something they want to achieve now that they couldn't achieve years ago, or they want to achieve sometime in the future. They're trying to strive towards a goal, and that's exactly what the story starts from the standpoint, try to make it to a goal. And that's exactly how the antagonist wants to be. So if you want to have a good, relatable antagonist, put yourselves in a bad guy's perspective, and you have yourself a relatable antagonist. Going from they wanted to protect someone years ago, but they couldn't do it now. So they're going through a multitude of steps in their own way to achieve that goal in the present or in the future. And that was my tip number 3. Moving on to something that I really enjoy. This is the falling hero. This is a point in the story where you have tried everything with this hero. The hero has achieved so many great heights to making them seem like the most OP character, making them super strong, super fast, but in the end was not able to meet the goal. So having a falling/failing hero would be really awesome to turn the tides of a story. And moving on to possibly one very important and even possibly very creative method. This is my number 5. The unexpected climax an unexpected ending. The climax of the story is that height. That's that final battle. That's that, both the protagonist and the antagonist are here. They're about to clang and bang together. They're about to freaking destroy. But then something crazy happens. Maybe the side character of the antagonist murders the protagonist, or the side character of the protagonist betrays the protagonist. It's different little unexpected things that you've never seen coming, and that really pushes the climax to a peak of intensity where you never know what happens next. Maybe for some odd reason the protagonist has so much power that they're going ham at the antagonist, and they keep going, and all of a sudden Rey Mysterio comes in 619 and he wins the WWE Championship. I'm just kidding. It's just getting to the point of where it's super intense and you can't understand what happens next. You're unaware of the possibilities. And then having an unexpected ending, which means maybe the protagonist dies in the end, and that's just the end of the story, which drives audiences to say, hey, I want a number. They want a season 2, or they want another movie, or they just want more. They want to know, will the protagonist ever see a happy ending? And to me, it's best to have a very bad ending than always having a happily ever after. So that is my 5 tips to having a great story, being some good, characters and creativity all bundled into one decent package and presented on a good silver platter that says, hey, I think I did a pretty good job. So hit that like button if you guys really love this video. Let me know if you guys want any more tips. These are just my 5 personal tips to creating a really good story. In my opinion, I know many of you guys have different methods that you guys go off of out there, but these are just some of my personal ones in my opinion. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. So hit that subscribe button and even hit the bell, because apparently that's more of a thing now. So, just show some love and support. Follow me on Instagram and find me on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Low-key, I really made this video because of Endgame. I can't wait to see Avengers. I really can't. Endgame is probably going to be one of the best videos, or I said videos, best movies I have ever seen. So, hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. But until then, just keep watching the movies. And keep watching my videos too.